In this lesson, we examine the web application and the related system component and try to understand how the command injection occurs. We perform the code review on the reg.php, and that has command injection vulnerability. We also discuss how the static code scanner tool will do and to detect example like reg.php. Here we show the OWASP rating of the command injection based on their risk rating methodology. You can actually see the same table from the PDF file posted on their website. So because it was a small font there on the bottom of your screen, I will try to repeat the most important information extract from each of those category in their rating methodology. The first category is threat agent. And in command injection, anybody can do this, right? Anybody, so long they have a web browser, they can type in that malicious code. So it's very dangerous. Anybody can do it. No professional level, anybody can do it. The second column there is attack vectors. Basically saying what are the things that can be explored in your web application, right? In this case, it's very easy to explore. Just send in the text. You don't even need to have a special kind of hacking tool, right? It's text. You just type in the operating system command, then go ahead and submit. The third column is prevalence, and basically try to say this vulnerability, this injection vulnerability, where they occur, right? It turned out this kind of vulnerability appear in a lot of web server services. The kind of service including database, SQL service, including operating system, LDAP server, and so on. Right, even including some email server. So the next column is whether they can be detected easily or not. So detectability is another important factor to decide whether this is very vulnerable or not. In this case, the command injection is easy to discover by one method, which is code review, examining the code. It is not that easy, but just purely based on testing. Okay, so they rank it as average in this case, in this particular criteria. For the detectability, typically we can also use a software tool like Scanner or Father to generate automatically a different kind of testing script to attack the website. In our case, we will perform the code review in the next couple of slides. The next criteria is technical impact, and that is as a severe. And the reason is, once you can enter the command, in a way you can hijack the machines, and with a traversal, LS, and CAT, you can actually stealing the data from the website. So data can be lost, stolen, and data can be corrupted, right? Because you can now replacing the content by editing the file through this interface. And the most impact is hostile takeover, right? And the last criteria they have is business impact, and you can envision that this could be a very severe impact on business because you're being attacked, you're being hijacked, right? Here we show the data flow of these web applications. First, a registration web page with the form input elements with the input element email. Second, the hacker enter & ls & after email address. Third, the phone input data are submitted to the server-side script reg.php on the server CS591X. Note that the data pass through the firewall and without being blocked and goes through the hardened operating system. Even a hardened operating system cannot detect that, right? And hand over to the web server and then hand over to the script. The reason being, one, HTTPS connection is encrypted, right? Therefore, the content cannot be observed or analyzed by HTTP by the firewall. Second, the hardened OS typically only does not protect application type or vulnerability. They only take care of the scheduling, the library, and their protection. Fourth step, the server-side script saving the email from the phone input as a local variable, like email, and then pass along to the variable 2, and finally send into the system function call. Okay? And the system function call, including echo messages, they prepare, pipe it to a mail command that has a subject field registered wait for approval with option -C to send it to the user, which is described in the email inside the variable 2, and then also get a copy to the system method, in this case, cchild at UCCS. The malicious string, &sign ls, &sign, was submitted as part of the email address and being included in the to variable, and which is then executed by the server operating system. And the first &sign tells the operating system shell to start up a new process. The next two-character ls will be executed to that shell. And then the &sign basically the second &sign try to isolate the rest of the string from being used as a parameter for the ls, right? The &sign in the shell script language is to start a new shell and take the rest of the string before the next operator &sign or bar as an operating system command. The return result of the operating system is also passing back by the system as output, and therefore it will show up in our HTTP response. As it was presented in OWASP risk assessment, the code review is the best way to detect the code injections. Here we perform the code review of reg.php. Line 10, which I show you there, I didn't show the whole code, but the key important statement is showing here. Line 10, reg.php receive email from phone input value from the user and assign it to variable $email. Line 81, the $email variable is assigned to two variables prepare for the system call. Line 84, the 2 is used to form the mail command. Line 85, the mail command is executed by the system call, right? And $ls, malicious string is sent in by the hacker passing through email to and then to mail command. Finally, end up inside as a parameter for system function call. The email input with CS3110 at uccs.edu &sign ls &sign will produce mail, this subject field followed by -C option. You see that &sign ls is right after that. Since the register.php is executed in /var www html php directory, the directory is content is shown as a result. Here, let's show the static code analysis tool will typically do for detecting the use of dangerous system code through language parser. And one of the famous very useful tool is SCA, short name for static code analysis, provided by HP Fortify Secure Packages, software packaging, tool package. And it will detect such and also find out whether this is severe or not. This will be severe or not. It first performs the process called data contamination analysis. It does that by tracing back the sources of system functions parameter. Any of the variable was referenced there, they will try to trace it back to the beginning of the code and see whether any of the beginning variable their data was used. It traced first from system mail command to 2, because there's a variable 2 in the mail command. And then from 2, it traced back to email in 9, probably 80, 84. And then it traced all the way back to line 10, where the email received the value from post global array with a key email. And any of the variables being traced are considered to be contaminated. And once the analysis trace all the way to the post array, they can conclude the chance is very, very high the command injection will occur, because post receives the web user input.